Well, I'm wearing my winter uniform. God, it's cold. And I'm gonna go ahead and start it. You know, every year I'll let you know, I frickin' hate cold. I hate cold more than anything on the planet. I'll take 110 degrees every day over cold. And there's Roof Cat, happily eating her groceries. Boy, she has been, what do you call it, meowy? I mean, I've never heard her so vocal before. She can see me over at my house and go to meowing at me. And the other day she meowed at my wife. The cat was over here, Charlie was in our yard. And I don't know, but still, if I get near her, she tries to murder me. So anyway, I'm out, this is sold. And I'm out here, I'm gonna sharpen it. Today is Tuesday. And I'm gonna make a minor modification on the sheath. I'm gonna come up a little bit higher before I come in. So basically the webbing is gonna come up about another inch higher. I'm gonna try that, see what it looks like. I like this, but I just want the pocket that the knife sits in to be a little deeper. And my next sheath will show that. I told you I was gonna, you know, experiment. And as far as the knife, the only difference is I'm not gonna make the points anymore on the nose. I'm gonna go with my rounded. And if I make these in satin, I may go ahead and put some, what do you call them? Ridges up here. Good Lord, they have a name. I'll think of it in a week. All right, let me get to sharpening this. And I think today, or no, tomorrow I gotta go to the doctor. So never mind, scratch everything. And here's my lump. It's about the size of a softball. And it quite likely is a hernia. And I'm nearly certain they won't want to do anything. I'll just have to live with it. Anyway, I can fit in my bib overalls. I mean, it looks funny. It looks like I'm pregnant, but I'm just happy to be alive. So if people look at me funny, and you know, I don't care. All right, let me get to putting the edge on that. My name's Brad, and I'm an overtaper. I've gone 20 minutes without overtaping. All right, fixing to go put her in the mail. My very first Plurabilis XLV. Deplorable 45. Okay. So I just mailed the box, and you gotta go through this checklist. It's a little punch pad, right? You know, they take the box from you and weigh it and all that. And one second, let me make sure I'm not pulling out in front of anybody. So they got something new on the screen, right? It's this long list of stuff you have to check. No, yes. And it's stuff like, does this contain anything pointy or explosive or something that may cause a person to sneeze or trip or get a bloody nose? No. Are you sure? Yes. And really weird. It's just something new that they added themselves into the post office. This bizarre checklist of, is it anything dangerous? Well, it is a knife, but I'm not going to say yes, because then I got to probably get a whole nother screen describing the dangerous thing. Anyway, the whole time I'm going through this new checklist, I say, what is this, something new? She goes, yeah, it just popped up on our, well, they didn't tell us nothing. It's just, you know, started showing up on the screen. We don't know any more than you do, but in order to move to the next screen, you got to hit yes, no, maybe, you know. So the whole time I'm going through this new thing that you got to do to mail a package, I'm thinking, you know, every time the government touches anything, we get the gas can. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably too young to know, but you used to be able to pick up a gas can and then pour gas out of it into, oh, say a lawnmower or your car, and everything was fine. And then along comes the government, is going to fix a problem that doesn't exist, and they screw up the gas can nozzle so bad, and force manufacturers to comply to this new gas can nozzle that does nothing but leak everywhere. And the first thing people do is take the damn thing off and try to pour gas without this newfangled government mandated gas can nozzle. And that is a perfect example of what happens when the government gets involved in fixing problems that never existed. All right, today is a shopping day, and somebody sent me a gift, and I just came from the bank, and there's another little fiasco. Okay, somebody sent me a money order. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you to the person. I appreciate it very much. So I went to my bank to cash it, right? And I gave my driver's license and I signed it, and I just assumed that they would know I wanted to cash it. But they send back my driver's license and a receipt. And I said, did you forget the money? She goes, no, I put it in your checking account. I said, well, I didn't want to put it in my checking account. That's why I didn't put a deposit slip in there with it. You just typed in that you would deposit money I didn't want to deposit. So, yeah, I mean, any other time, if I wanted to deposit money, they would send it back and say, oh, you got to fill out a deposit slip. Here's a pen and a deposit slip and put your account number. But this time, no. Common sense would say, yeah, I just want to cash this. And they didn't. So now she has to send me a withdrawal slip. I'm not kidding. A withdrawal slip to withdraw money from my account that I didn't want them to deposit. It's just kind of funny. Today, I think, is going to be one of them kind of odd days. You know, we woke up to, and they warned us. They told us it was going to be coming cold, and went from all summer long, just unbelievably record-breaking hot day after day after day. Trees died, flowers died, grass died. And then all of a sudden, we had, a week or two of weather that you could stand to be outside. And then all of a sudden, bam, long sleeves, long pants, even socks. I'm wearing socks, for the love of God, socks. All right, I'm going to go get my wife. We're fixing to go do stuff today. It's here. This is lye. And this stuff will blind you. If you're not, you got to handle this with the utmost of care. And I got a video coming up. Haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. Of well, I won't tell you. But this is going to my shop, not the house. So there's a clue. Okay, I'm calm enough where I can tell you what happened to me. First of all, before I tell you that, let me tell you this. From 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, I got 14 phone calls from senior care and other companies that sound like that, trying to get you to switch from Medicare to their insurance, because this is that time of the year. Enrollment, open enrollment is what they call it. How do these people get my phone number? And I enjoy it when they call. My wife hates it when I do this, but I use some foul language. And it's a way to let off a little steam. You call my phone, you get what you get. So some of them are bots. They're automated. They're not people. And some of them are clearly they're not from this country, my friend. And dot, not feather. So 14 in the space of 4 hours. And that's nothing. I get probably, 20 a day or more, in my shop. I just quit answering. And which is a shame, because, I've got doctor's appointments and I have people that are calling to confirm appointments. And it's a shame. I just don't answer any phone calls anymore. I let them all go to, well, most of the time they don't hang. When they hear your voicemail, they hang up. So if you call me and I don't answer, leave a voicemail and I'll call you back. Or text me, because if you text me, when I see your text, I'll answer it. But anyway, here's what happened. We had to go, Charlie wanted a haircut. And so we went and got a haircut, and then we went to Sam's. This was in Bossier City. An Airline Drive. If you're from this area and you've heard of Bossier City, no doubt you've heard of Airline Drive. It is not 24/7, but from 6 in the morning till 7 or 8 at night is bumper to bumper. And it's not a big city. It's just that every single thing in Bossier City is on that road. And it's driveway after light after driveway after light. And it's just a dangerous, congested, heavily traveled road. And I got rear-ended today at a freaking red light. And yeah, I was hot. I got out. I did not bring I had my gun here, where I usually keep it when I'm rolling. It's in my pocket now because I unloaded some groceries at the house. But I left my gun here because I know I get very angry sometimes. And I got out, loaded for bear. I mean, I'm talking about loaded for a freaking bear. It wasn't that, he didn't do any damage to me. Screwed his bumper up. And sometimes I enjoy being a big, tall guy. Because sure makes people, he got out of his truck when I got out of my truck. And then when I sort of unwind out of my truck and stand up, he sort of slowed down his walk, and all of a sudden he was, sorry, sir, I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry, sir. And he was a guy in his probably late 30s, early 40s. I was a little angry, but I dialed it down. He was not confrontational. I was, in my mind, 30-year-old Brad was ready to kick his ass, but 64-year-old Brad says, you've had surgery on your eye twice, and all it takes is a punch in your head to lose sight in that eye, so be careful. Don't let him hit you on the right. You've had surgery. Don't let him punch you in your stoma. So, yeah, smart Brad said, dial it in. Don't get in a fight. Don't hit anybody. Everybody's got cameras now. So he was all apologetic. And I said, what were you doing? And I knew what he was doing. He goes, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, sir. I said, what were you doing? He goes, I was on my phone. I said, I knew it. I said, be an adult, man. You're on the busiest road in Bossier City. Bumper-to-bumper traffic. There's no phone call that's worth hitting somebody. We're old folks. You could hurt us. Might be a tap, but tomorrow it could be 60 miles an hour. Be an adult. I turned around and walked away. And it was hard to do, because when I get that mad, the only satisfaction is hitting somebody. And, I'm beyond that now. I can control that now that I'm an old guy. But he's lucky it wasn't a 30-year-old Brad, because we'd gone to jail. Anyway, what a day. There's something else we did that I don't want to tell you about right now. It's just mind-blowing. Maybe I'll tell you about it some other time, but we showed up a place that was supposed to be open, and they were closed, and then they opened the door and said, we're closed right now. And I said, why? We're taking down Halloween decorations. Well, isn't that just, it's good to know you got your priorities right. We won't be back. As much help as they need. And we were there to help them. And their priority was taking down Halloween directions instead of accepting the help they needed. Just bizarre. And someday I'll tell you more about it, but not right now. Alrighty. Have a good day, y'all. Tomorrow's got to be a better day. Oh, yeah, tomorrow I got to go. I still got to leave the house. I got a doctor appointment, so I'm still not done with people.